Today's mission is cutting bangs into a synthetic wig. We get this question a lot, and there are multiple ways to do this, either on your head or on a mannequin head. I put on fresh lip gloss, so we are going to do it on a mannequin head today. One of my biggest pieces of advice is to make sure that you start with a little, because there is no going back once this happens. Synthetic hair does not grow back. What I want to first start doing is kind of part out how I want the bangs to be. And for me, I prefer a wispier bang. So this is probably a little heavy. So what I'll do is just part this back, and I want to have a little bit of hair here on the side. So I'm going to keep this hair forward. You can grab a clip or a hair tie. I'm just going to bring this hair back so I'm not cutting into this at all. I feel like cutting bangs is a rite of passage. So I'm just gonna keep the hair back here. So cute. I think that'll be a pretty good weight for the bangs. And the hair already is falling forward. However, I do want to grab my heat comb here and really position that hair forward so we know that that is how it's going to lay. Heat combs are a necessity when it comes to wig wearing. We always say heat is the enemy for wigs. However, it's actually going to be one of the best friends to wigs as well, because it's going to help so much with repairing. You just need to know how to use it. You never want to go too hot because it could actually melt the fibers. Number 2 setting is perfect. So I'm going to let this heat up, bringing the hair forward and actually working through it through the comb. It's nice because you're not clamping down the hair, which could lead to melting it a lot faster. So you have a lot more control with this. I definitely suggest doing this part on a mannequin, but the actual bang cutting on your head is nice because you can really see how long it's going to be. But I'm just going to keep putting it on my head, putting it back and seeing how I like it, and then doing the final adjustments. I'm also using this to kind of create the shape that I want it to be. I want the bangs to have a little bit of curl to them. This is a part that I tend to want to rush because I don't like waiting for it to set into place, but it's worth just really making sure you're in a good place to begin with. Now that I feel good about how the hair is laying, I'm going to set my hot comb down. There is no going back. The hair will not grow back, so starting a little bit longer is always best practice. I'm going to use this mannequin head here, and I'm just going to use that nose and snip. This is just a hair cutting shears that you can get easily on Amazon. And I don't like too blunt of a bang either, so I will go in and point cut, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to just slide cut here on the sides so it blends in, but it's not that blunt straight across the bang. And you really want to make sure that your scissors are sharp here, because if you were to be dragging a more dull blade, it would snap those fibers. She's looking really cute so far. So when I talk about point cutting, this is what I mean, where I'm literally just going in and this is something I will definitely do when I have it on as well. I will say I have a little bit of an advantage. I did go to hair school. It's been many, many years, and I've not been behind the chair in a long time. So if it's like, okay, she makes that look easy, know that I am professionally trained, but I believe you can do this too. I find cutting synthetic hair is actually a lot simpler than cutting bio hair. I think it'll be a little long, but we're gonna find out. Really, it's just a little curly still. I can definitely tell that I want to just use this a little bit more of that heat comb to style it. So now that I see where it was just kind of dragging a little bit there on the forehead, I'm just going to try to spruce that up a little bit. I don't want quite as big of a curl. And can you see why I'm doing this on a mannequin head? If I were to be doing this to on my forehead, talk about the 90s bangs and those burns. Now that it has less weight too, it's really being nice and cooperative. So I'm going to go back in and point cut again, really, really gently. Keep in mind that I wear big eyelashes, so the bangs get stuck to them, so I gotta go a little bit shorter. Throw her on again. Said I wanted to do any kind of final finessing on my head itself. And, people ask, why don't we offer a bang cutting service? But everybody's forehead is different. So if you get it and then it ends up being too short, obviously there's no going back from that. So it's just best to wait to do it when you have it in person. Just getting kind of those last little stragglers. Remember, this is what Chelsey looks like without the bangs. And here is the finished look. Super, super cute. Chelsey looked like this before, and here is the after. Oh my gosh, this makes me want to cut bangs into everything.